Now the wait is over, the stage is set, the time is now. A brand new episode of the #1 show for all things happening in the music industry is almost set to kick off. But before we get underway, we're obligated to check one more time. Are you sure you're ready for this? Are you sure you can handle these tunes? Because we won't stop the show for anyone. Once this ride starts, it cannot be stopped. Down with ASP Unplugged starts right now. Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to a brand new episode of Down with ASP Unplugged, your #1 show for all things music. I'm Alex Hessig, and boy, do we have a show for you all today. However, before we get to the real good stuff, here's your music news update. Now, fresh off his first major solo project, Quavo of the hip-hop group Migos appeared on 92.3 in Los Angeles to talk about his album, Quavo Huncho, and what projects are on the horizon for the hip-hop star. Quavo revealed that Migos is planning on an early 2019 release for Culture 3, the third installment in their wildly popular Culture series. During the interview, Quavo was also asked about the possibility of a sequel to Huncho Jack, a collaborative project with Houston rapper Travis Scott that released in late 2017. Quavo responded saying that he and Scott are both thinking about doing a follow-up album. Rumors have also been swirling that Migos and Drake might collab on a project together since they have been on a worldwide tour the past several months. Quavo relayed that this collab might also be a possibility, but that the project is in the very early stages at the moment. Now, in other news, Rihanna has reportedly turned down the opportunity to be the halftime performer in Atlanta for Super Bowl 53. According to inside sources, organizers for the event wanted Rihanna to be this year's performer and offered her the gig, but she ultimately declined as a sign of support to exiled quarterback and social advocate Colin Kaepernick. Now, Rihanna disagrees with the NFL's stance on kneeling during the national anthem and treatment of the ex-49er quarterback. Rihanna isn't the only prominent African-American artist to call out the NFL. Rapper Jay-Z revealed in a recent song with Beyonce that he also turned down the opportunity to perform at the Super Bowl. Now, according to early reports, Maroon 5 is now set to headline the event on February 4th. And that does it for your music news update. But do not go anywhere, because after the break, we'll be joined by Jamie Rockefeller, who will be talking to us about her music. Stay with us.
Ooh. Ooh, there's only 3. These look good. Oh, you didn't get one. Here.
Sharing, it's the icing on the cake. From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Gambling is more than just a game.
You can win a lot, but you can lose a lot more. $5 billion is spent on gambling every year in the U.S. alone.
Know your limits. Gambling doesn't have to control your life.
If you or someone you know has a gambling addiction, call 1-800-567-8238 or visit the website www.lostbet.com.
Welcome back to Down with ASP Unplugged. We have our first musical performance right around the corner, but before we get to that, we're going to have a quick chat with the voice behind the music you're about to hear. Joining us now is Jamie Rockefeller. Jamie, how are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. So tell us a little bit about your music, what your taste in music is, stuff like that.
Yeah, so I don't sing any original music. I just do covers of stuff. I have a really wide range of tastes, but my current favorite genre right now is indie pop, though I like singing musical theater.
Gotcha. Now, how long have you been performing or covering music?
I've been performing since I was around like 6 years old. I'm a theater major, so I've been acting and singing since elementary school.
Gotcha. So you're obviously used to being in front of people on stage. Do you ever get nervous when you're performing?
I used to never get nervous, and then I messed up once in a performance, and after that it took me kind of a bit of a while before I became more confident performing again. And I do get nervous, everyone gets nervous, but I think in terms of the range of people who get nervous, I don't get that much stage fright.
Yeah. So what's the thing that got you into music at a young age?
I don't know. I guess my family has always been very musical. Like my mom and my uncle and even my dad play a lot of instruments. And when my dad would cook dinner at night, he would always play jazz music. So yeah.
So right now, you said what genres you're kind of into at the moment. Who would be, say, your like top 3 musicians right now?
So as I said, a lot of indie music I've been listening to. So Jukebox the Ghost is probably my favorite band at the moment. But I've also been listening to Nothing But Thieves and Mitski. And Panic at the Disco was my favorite band for a while.
They have some classics.
Yeah.
I do know some of their songs. So in terms of your music and just covering stuff right now, do you have any like goals, or do you want to like expand, maybe do some of your own music maybe someday?
I feel like I haven't sung as much lately as I would like to, so I feel like really working on songs to increase my range would be really great so that I could sing higher and lower.
Gotcha. Well, thanks for giving us a peek into your music background. Now after the break, don't go anywhere because Jamie will be performing a few songs that are her best, so stay tuned.
Ooh, there's only 3. These look good. Oh, you didn't get one. Here. I have both.
Sharing, it's the icing on the cake. From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Gambling is more than just a game.
You can win a lot, but you can lose a lot more. $5 billion is spent on gambling every year in the US alone.
Know your limits. Gambling doesn't have to control your life.
If you or someone you know has a gambling addiction, call 1-800-567-8238 or visit the website www.lostbet.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jamie Rockefeller.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything? Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here you think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos of plenty. I've got who's its and what's its galore. You want thingamabobs? I got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more. I wanna be where the people are. I wanna see 'em dancing, walking around on those, what do you call 'em again? Feet. Flipping your fins, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along down the, what's that word again? Street. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. What would I give if I could live out of these waters? What would I pay to spend a day warm on the sand? Bet you on land they understand, bet they don't reprimand their daughters. Bright young women, sick of swimming, ready to stand and ready to know what the people know. Ask them my questions and get some answers, like what's a fire and why does it, what's the word, burn? When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore that shore above? Out of the sea, wish I could be part of that world.
Awesome performance, Jamie. Now while she is getting set to do her
Can't say how the days will unfold, can't change what the future may hold, but I want you in it every hour, every minute. This world can race by far too fast, hard to see while it's all flying past, but it's clear now when you're standing here now. I'm meant to be wherever you are next to me. All I wanna do is come running home to you, come running home to you. And all my life I promise to keep running home to you, keep running home to you. And I could see it right from the start that you would be my light in the dark, light in the dark. You gave me no other choice but to love you. All I wanna do is come running home to you, come running home to you. And all my life I promise to keep running home to you, keep running home to you. Can't say how the days will unfold, can't change what the future may hold, but I want you in it every hour, every minute.
Thank you, Jamie. Now we're going to take a quick break, but after we'll be joined by our next performer, Damiano DeLeo. Stay tuned.
Gambling is more than just a game.
You can win a lot, but you can lose a lot more. $5 billion is spent on gambling every year in the US alone.
Know your limits. Gambling doesn't have to control your life.
If you or someone you know has a gambling addiction, call 1-800-567-8238 or visit the website www.lostbet.com.
Here's dessert, ladies. Ooh. Ooh, there's only 3. These look good. Oh, you didn't get one. Here. I have both.
Sharing, it's the icing on the cake. From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
And we back. This is W ASP Unplugged. We now welcome our second guest of the day. Joining us now is Damiano DeLeo. Damiano, what's going on? How you doing today?
Good. How you doing, man?
Not too bad. So tell us a little bit about your music background, genres you like, all that.
Yeah. So as far as like my music background, I grew up like always just like loving all different kinds of music. My father always played like a lot of Frank Sinatra when I was young, a lot of Elvis, Billy Joel, stuff like that. And as I got older, like I started becoming more of a fan of like hip hop, R&B, and that's like I really like to sing like R&B. That's like my if I were to make music like I'm trying to, it would be like that genre. But right now, like as I was growing up in high school, I performed a lot of coffee houses and would sing like Frank Sinatra songs, Elvis songs, stuff like that. And I'll be doing a little bit of that for you guys later.
So is that where you got your start performing in coffee houses, stuff like that?
Yeah. So when I was young, I mean not too young, I was like a senior in high school. I'd always been like pretty nervous about singing in front of people, but eventually I got over that and I did it. And like I said, my senior year of high school, that's when I started like performing alone. I had been in choirs and stuff. But yeah, no, since then I've been doing it on and off. I'm trying to get back on now because I've been off for a while, so that's where I'm at right now.
So do you feel pretty comfortable in front of crowds now and all that?
I would say yeah. When I was starting out, I remember freshman year actually here, I went to audition for The Voice in Philadelphia, and it wasn't that like I didn't sing well there, but like when I sang in front of the guy, I was like shaking the whole time. So there was no, there was no chance I was gonna make it any further, because it's like if you can't be comfortable when you perform in front of people, then you can't really perform in front of people. So yeah, I've definitely gotten a lot more comfortable, I would say. I went to Italy last semester, did a lot of karaoke there, and like literally like once, twice a week, and that's where I would say like I got really comfortable with crowds, because there was a lot of people there.
Now, in the music world, who are some artists that you look up to right now?
Some artists I look up to right now, I would say as far as like the genre of music I like, which is R&B, like I would say Frank Ocean is like #1 on that list. I've never listened to an artist that can like make you feel so many different kinds of ways compared to like Frank Ocean. And other people I really like are like Daniel Caesar. He's super talented. Check him out if you haven't. And Khalid, who's obviously blowing up right now. And he just came out with a new EP, which is really good. But those are like my big influencers as far as music goes.
Gotcha. So real quick, what is your next goal in the music business?
My next goal would be to come out with some original stuff. I mean, I haven't really come out with anything. There's nowhere you can really like find me right now, but I would like to make some original music and put it out, as well as like the covers I've been starting to do are
well, we're looking forward to seeing some of those covers. We're going to have to go to a quick break. Thanks for chatting with us. Make sure you all stick around. After the break, Damiano will be performing a few of his favorites. Stay with us.
Gambling is more than just a game.
You can win a lot, but you can lose a lot more. $5 billion is spent on gambling every year in the US alone.
Know your limits. Gambling doesn't have to control your life.
If you or someone you know has a gambling addiction, call 1-800-567-8238 or visit the website www.lostbet.com.
Here's dessert, ladies. Ooh. There's only 3. These look good. Oh, you didn't get one. Here. I have both.
Sharing, it's the icing on the cake. From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Now taking the mic, Damiano DeLeo.
Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wandering in the night. What were the chances we'd be sharing love before the night was through? Oh, something in your eyes was so inviting, something in your smile was so exciting, something in my heart told me I must have you. Oh, strangers in the night, two lonely people, we were strangers in the night, up to the moment when we said our first hello. Little did we know, love was just a glance away, a warm embracing dance away. And ever since that night, we've been together, lovers at first sight, in love forever. It turned out so right for strangers in the night. Oh, love was just a glance away, a warm embracing dance away. And ever since that night, we've been together, lovers at first sight, in love forever. It turned out so right for strangers in the night. To be two, do 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 dee da 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 da.
Great stuff, Damiano.
Thanks, man. I
Now, before round two, we'll go to another quick message from our other sponsor of Unplugged.
Hi, I'm Ty Keck, and I am from Goodland, Kansas. My philosophy in training is basically the quality of the outcome is determined by the energy that you put into it. So basically, whatever you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. We'll see you next time. I'm Ty Keck.
Her eyes and words are so icy, oh, but she burns like rum on a fire. Hot and fast and angry as she can be, I walk my days on a wire. It looks ugly, but it's clean. Oh, mama, don't fuss over me. The way she tells me I'm hers and she's mine. Open hand or closed fist would be fine. The blood is rare and sweet as cherry wine. Calls of guilty thrown at me, all while she stains the sheets of some other. Thrown at me so powerfully, just like she throws with the arms of a brother. But I want it, it's a crime if she's not around most of the time. The way she tells me I'm hers and she's mine. Open hand or closed fist would be fine. The blood is rare and sweet as cherry wine. Her fighting fury's fiery, oh, but she loves like sleep to the freezing. Sweet and right and merciful, tides of her breathing, but it's worth it, it's divine. I have this some of the time, the way she tells me I'm hers and she's mine. Open hand or closed fists would be fine. The blood is rare and sweet as cherry wine.
Gambling is more than just a game.
You can win a lot, but you can lose a lot more. $5 billion is spent on gambling every year in the US alone.
Know your limits. Gambling doesn't have to control your life.
If you or someone you know has a gambling addiction, call 1-800-567-8238 or visit the website www.lostbet.com.
Here's dessert, ladies. Ooh. Ooh, there's only 3. These look good. Oh, you didn't get one. Here. I have both.
Sharing, it's the icing on the cake. From the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Welcome back, everyone. We've almost reached the finish line of this episode of Down with ASP Unplugged, but before we bid you farewell, we welcome Jamie and Damiano back out to the stage and thank them once again for taking the time to come on today's show and for putting on wonderful performances. Now, before we sign off, is there any place our viewers can find your music or check in with you guys if they liked what they heard today?
You can find me on Instagram at Warrior Cat Princess.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at DeLeo_7. I'll put a link for Stranger Than the Night in the next few days.
Awesome. Well, make sure you continue to follow along to catch all the music coming from these two. Also, thanks to our crew and our fearless leader, executive producer Pete Johans. Until next time, everyone, stay groovy.